And Enforcer number 1's the first off the line, taking a 4 straight. And if your regular excuse me before I say that, Enforcer number 2 follow suit. Anyone who's a regular watcher should know all of these players. Tabletop General is a show regular. He's on almost every week or every 2 weeks, every show. That handsome Nick is his partner here. He plays on the show pretty frequently. And on the right side we have Bubba, who is previously known as Jim, the Jim, and Imperial Ace 93, who is that is Short Chad. That's Chad's forum identity. That's how he's going to be known here on the show from now on, is Imperial Ace 93. And I'm Engine 25 on the Fantasy Flight forums. Enforcers take a 4 straight. Binary Pirate goes a little bit slower, or a lot slower, with a 1 straight. And then Chewbacca opens for the Rebels with a 1 bank, followed by a bank boost. Sierra Romeo Charlie, they do not because it deals a face-up damage card, and Chewie flips it down, flips a damage card down whenever it is dealt. So it does, in fact, Chewie's ability does, in fact, flip them back face down, but the proton bombs can absolutely deal a damage to Chewie direct to hull while he still has shields. So, still not a bad thing to have in the situation. And Jake takes looked like a 2 straight off the line. And Boba Fett's taking it too hard. Wrapping around that asteroid to his left. And you're right, Audio Weasel. Tabletop General is not playing interceptors. He's a pro, and he's pretty good sport about accepting the challenge to play. I ask him to play a lot of things on the show, a lot of things that are often a little unusual. And he agreed to play. Nick wanted to play Scum, so he agreed to play Scum here instead of his usual interceptors. And I forgot to put Ten Num's nameplate, so here it is. Did not forget you, Ten Num. Measuring distance from Boba Fett to Chewbacca. And it's going to be, looks like 2 hits. Range 3 obstructed. And I believe 2 shields off of Chewbacca. And Chewbacca, the only other ship with an attack. And the attack is evaded by Boba Fett. Yeah, and anyone who, any first-timers or people who haven't checked it out, you should check out his blog at tabletopgeneral.com. He has a gaming blog. He mostly talks about X-Wing and Armada, occasionally some other things. I'm seeing the Enforcers just kind of jousting with Lieutenant Blount. Boba Fett's probably going to turn up the screen and chase Chewbacca, though, because if he were to... Jake Farrell has that proton rocket, And Lieutenant Blount also has an ion pulse missile that's guaranteed to trigger. So, and then there's that brief debris field directly in front of Boba. It's just not a good time. Audio Weasel, he did play Defender, and I played a Defender too. I got destroyed with them. It was awesome. My competitive list right now is Thug Life for Warthog Y-Wings, Tidal, Ion Cannon, and R4. But I like to play around with weird stuff too. So I proxied some new upgrades from Wave 7 last time. I played 2 TIE Defenders and a TIE Bomber, and I got wasted. It was awful and awesome all at the same time. And you can see that happen on the YouTube, at our YouTube channel. It's scrolling along the top of the screen there. You'll also find our entire coverage from our regional tournament. We had 9 matches and an interview with 2012 X-Wing World Champion Doug Kinney, who was in attendance at the tournament. I did. I played 2 Defenders, Audio Weasel, and then I jousted with proton rockets. I guess the point of the story is I didn't play the 2 Defenders for very long. Audio Weasel, I thought you were cooking or painting or something and you wouldn't be active in the chat, but you're talking a lot. And that's great. I appreciate it. I'm just, I'm curious. It makes me feel good that you're doing this instead of doing what you should be doing. And Enforcer 3 is going to activate first. Taking the 3 bank. And a barrel roll to his right. And that is the back of that handsome Nick's head, in case anybody cares. I'm going to guess those enforcers are going to follow suit here. It's going to make, because they're off to the side now, it's going to make Lieutenant Blount choose to pursue one way or the other. Enforcer 2 takes a 4 straight. Opening up arcs here. Good strategy. And Enforcer number 1 also takes a 4 straight. And they will both focus up, or Enforcer 1 focused. They will both focus. Binary Pirate should trigger next. Tabletop General checking the dial on Boba Fett there. Binary Pirate is going to take a 3 bank. Chewbacca's going to take a 3 bank, skirting around that asteroid to his left. And I'm going to guess he's going to have a nice shot on Boba Fett next turn. Because I predict Boba's going to want to pursue Chewbacca, measuring to see if he can fit with a boost inside that asteroid. Looks like he can. And I think Bubba or Jim, Jim was just clapping there. Bubba gave his partner a short round of applause. Lieutenant Blount is going to take 3 straight. Yep, measuring for a target lock on Boba Fett. Can't quite reach it. I'm going to venture a guess and say Boba Fett's not even going to be in front of him anyway, so it's fine. But he will focus instead. 5 straight from Jake Farrell. Wah! That A-Wing is screaming. And he will take a target lock on Boba Fett. Is he going to push? Is he going to push? I don't know. Bubba, are you going to push? Is Jay going to push? What do you think, guys? Is he going to push? Thinking about it. Looks like he pushes the limit for an evade action and a stress token. And a 3-bank from Boba Fett. Getting blocked by Jake Farrell. So Boba is actually in a nice place to get ionized. But since he wasn't able to get that target lock, that is impossible. Ten Nam takes a somewhat aggressive 3 straight from the backfield. And he will barrel roll to his left, avoiding arc from Boba Fett and tucking himself behind that debris field. It looks like that's going to give him arc on and from Enforcer number 1 at long range. And 10 has the first shot. It's going to be range 2 against Boba Fett. Looks to me like it's definitely obstructed. Checking with the laser, that is definitely range 2 obstruct to Boba Fett. Gonna be a Mangler cannon. Takes a stress from Tactician. And unfortunately, it looks like he whiffed out. Next shot should be Jake, who looks like he doesn't have anything. So that's going to be... no, it's Boba, excuse me. Yeah. Boba still... I thought he could... So, 10 Nam shot Boba, no damage, but a stress from Tactician. Boba return fire. Lieutenant Blount is going to shoot Enforcer number 1. 1 hit. No evades. Enforcer number 1 will lose a shield. Oh, Enforcer number 2. Excuse me. It's like 1 hit from Chewbacca onto Boba Fett. Rerolled and focus to evaded. No, rerolled and evaded. Yeah. Looks like Binary Pirate has Jake Farrell at long range and Chewbacca at range 3 obstructed. LOL Infected, we're not running a time limit. I'm just timing the duration. I'm interested to see how long the matches last. We will not cut it short. Look like 1 hit and canceled yet again. Enforcer onto Lieutenant Blount. Focus for 3 hits. Focus for 1 evade and 2 shield down. Shields are down on Lieutenant Blount. Whoa, 3 hits again. Range 3 from Enforcer number 3. 1 crit goes through to hull. And Enforcer number 1. 3 hits again. And Blount is out before he fires his missile. Well, yeah, we will not stop this match if it runs long. I run the timer because we're curious as to how long games take. In fact, I had forgotten to run the timer in that first match, but it was over pretty fast. And working on dials for the next turn. What are we seeing here? The Enforcers are going to turn in. Tennom's going to advance sensors and avoid that asteroid. I'm seeing Boba banking between that pair of asteroids to his left and shooting something with his back arc. Enforcer 1 taking it too hard to the left. One turn from Enforcer 1? It is a 1 turn. No, it's a 1 bank. I was close. And focus. And Enforcer number 3, I'm going to guess just go straight ahead. 2 straight. Binary Pirate activates, taking a 3 bank. Following suit behind those Star Vipers. I hope 10 Num gets out of there because he's going to take some punishment. Chewbacca dial revealed. He will take a 2 straight, passing that asteroid. And will boost around to come up behind. Begin coming up behind, excuse me, the Pirate and the Star Viper. Jake Farrell's up. I'm seeing a 2 bank. Yep, 2 bank. Oh, 2 turn, excuse me. And he will, in fact, clear that asteroid. I would have taken the 2 bank just because I was afraid I wouldn't get to clear that asteroid. But Bubba knows what's up. Jim is on top of it. Will boost to his left. And evade for a stress. Boba Fett. Oh, he's going to go between the other 2 astros, not the ones that I thought. Take a 1 bank. Probably hoping to block 10 Double focus from Boba Fett with Recon Specialist. Yeah, miming some board coverage there. He's got a large amount of board covered. 10 Num's going to take a lot of fire because he's not a whole lot of ways he can get out of where he's going. Maybe if he barrel rolled to his left and then took a 3 bank, and that would still probably put him in Boba Fett's arc. But right now, 4 ships can shoot at him. 5 ships can shoot at him. I'm kind of stressed out for 10 Num. Yeah, Chad is discussing where, trying to help Jim decide which way to roll first, or even if he should take the barrel roll, or just eat that debris field. And if he went, if his dial says 4 straight ahead, he'd avoid a lot of fire. He'd also be double stressed. Or you could barrel either way and take a bank maneuver or a long straight maneuver. Yep, there's that barrel roll. Three bank either way and you're clear. It's a 3 straight. So he's going to bump Enforcer 1, I believe. Actually bumps Enforcer 2. So that's not entirely terrible. He's going to take 3 shots instead of 5. 10 Num's going to shoot something. Better shot's probably the Pirate. They're both focused, but the Pirate has weaker defense. Num onto the Binary Pirate. Also not a bad choice because Chewbacca could shoot him. Stress from Tactician. One hit. One crit from Mangler Cannon. Looks like one shield off of the Binary Pirate. Next shots, Boba and Jake. Well, Boba has Jake. Range 3, obstructed, I believe. Focus for 3 hits. Excuse me, focus for 3 hits. Lots of dice from Jake. Spins an evade and cancels everything. Chewbacca to Binary Pirate. Predator reroll. 3 hits. Shields down, and a crit goes to Hull on the Pirate. 1 hull remaining. What just happened? 95 shield. Cool. And Z95, a shield off of Tenum. We got Star Vipers shooting at Tenum. Looks like 3 hits. Another shield down. Another 2 shields down. Ooh. Focus for 3 hits again. I believe shields are down on Tenum. And that's 1 hull remaining on Tenum. Wow. I need to pay closer attention, apparently. But Tenum does survive to see another round and hopefully unleash another shot with his Mangler Cannon. After a couple of rounds of fire, we have 2 ships with 1 hull remaining. A Binary Pirate with played by the Tabletop General on the Scum side, and Tenum played by Bubba on the Rebel side. Anyone just tuning in? I see we got some new viewers. What we have going on here is a 2 versus 2 player tournament. We have 4 players at 75 points each, 150 points per team. They're all 4 of them series regulars. We have the Tabletop General and that handsome Nick on the left side playing Scum. On the right side, we have Bubba and Imperial Ace 93, previously known as Jim and Chad. So if you watch the show, you've definitely seen all of these guys before. And if not, thanks for tuning in. Is anybody else seeing a K turn from Boba Fett here? Maybe some S loops from those enforcers on the bottom. I don't think so though. Difficult to say, really. Chewbacca's just gonna bank in. Jake Farrell's gonna take a 2-turn, try to get back in the fight. Tendom kind of wants the GTFO in this situation. B-Wings are hardy until 3 or 4 ships are all looking at the same B-Wing. Binary Pirate reveals first. Performs a 2 straight, which is green, clearing his stress. Enforcer number 1, taking a bank maneuver. Might be an S loop through the debris field. Looks like it is in fact an S loop through the debris field. That's going to leave Enforcer number 1 with 2 stress tokens and a potential critical damage. Enforcer number 2. I hope he didn't do that S loop. He's going to land on Enforcer number 1. Oh, Enforcer 2 went the other way. Might hit Boba. It's going to be tight. And he does not clear Boba Fett. And Enforcer 2 is now stressed, facing the wrong direction. Enforcer 3, I'm sorry, Audio Weasel. Actually, it's hard to say. Yeah, the right, it was definitely easier to clear to the right, in my opinion. And that's what he did. S loop here to the right. And another stress. Chewbacca taking a 1-turn. Binary Pirate's about to have a bad day. Actually, depends on where Tendom lands. I hope he didn't do a 2K because he'd be on top of the Binary Pirate. But if he can manage a shot on that Binary Pirate, either with advanced sensors or some other maneuver, then Chewie can start taking down those Star Vipers. 2-turn to the right from Jake Farrell. Followed by a boost, also to the right. Focus and a barrel roll away. $4K from Boba Fett. It's going to put him at range 1, right behind Enforcer number 1. Barrel roll from 10 I'm thinking we are going to see that 2K because he barrel rolled here. Oh, the B-Wing takes 4 straight. Trying to get out of dodge. Yeah, Audio Weasel. I figured Jake would go to the left also, but it didn't. I don't think it would have necessarily got him back into the fight this turn anyway. Chewbacca at Enforcer 2. I'm sorry, at Binary Pirate. And Binary Pirate is toast. Melba toast, as that handsome Nick would say. Enforcer at 10 nub. 1 hit. 1 evade, got it. Other Enforcer at 10 nub. And 10 nubs out. And dial's going down. Looks like the scum has lost a binary pirate controlled by the tabletop general. And that's all. But the rebels have already lost 2 ships. That's Lieutenant Blount, controlled by Imperial Ace 93, and 10 Num, controlled by Bubba. According to... We're following the same basic rules as the tournament, other than we don't have a time limit. The tournament we played is they were allowed to discuss maneuvers and stuff. So they are allowed to coordinate. They're just not allowed to... well, yeah, I mean, they're allowed to coordinate. All right, I'm seeing all these Star Vipers converging on Chewbacca. They want to block him up so he can't boost away, and then do some damage. At this point, that should Chewbacca should absolutely be the priority target of the scum. Jay can do damage with that proton rocket, but Chewbacca's going to take some time to wear down and can do some damage himself. Right, right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, like they can discuss strategy out loud. They are not allowed to show dials or anything like that. There's no such thing. They're not allowed to have secret conversation. So anything you share with your partner has to be audible to your opponent. That's what I was trying to say. Or absolutely, I would say all of our ships are going to take a 3 bank. But then your opponent also knows it. Enforcer 2 takes a 1 bank, which is green, and then we'll take a barrel roll action, it appears. That handsome Nick making some funny hand motions. Ooh, 1 bank, which will clear a stress, but will also land him on top of that debris field, meaning that he sustains another stress, and still has 2. Pete Ebendorfer, what's up? I agree. They're about to start some chewing. Those Star Vipers are about to chew the hell out of that Falcon. They're gonna, you know, like Chewbacca style. Like it's a joke and stuff. Cleared stress from Enforcer 1. And another barrel roll. Looks like he's almost guaranteed he'll have Arc on Chewie from somebody. One almost guaranteed. Chewbacca takes a 1 turn to his left. If he's able to take a boost, he better do it now. I mean, unfortunately, there is that asteroid, but small chance he fits. It's hard to tell. Doesn't look like it. Nope, they took it back. That way, like, almost certainly doesn't fit. Hell no. So Chewie is going to shoot 1 Enforcer, and then 3 of them are going to shoot back at him. Luckily, none of them have offensive tokens. Jake Farrell takes a dive. He will focus and perform a free barrel roll action. And we'll hang out as Boba Fett takes 2 straight. Whoa! Yeah, that's not a good thing to do. And waiting on nobody. Oh, yeah. That's shots. Should be Boba Fett. Boba acquires a target lock on Chewbacca. Measuring for arc. Looks like range 3 to me. 3 hits, unmodified. And looks like 1 evade and 2... maybe focus? No? We'll spin the evade token. Remove shields from Chewbacca. Jake Farrell, range 3 on Boba Fett. 1 hit. They determined it was unobstructed. Oh, we got to do something about that glare. We've tried and tried. Like, we unscrewed... Or, I mean, the only thing we haven't tried right there is to unscrew lights. We have unscrewed the lights right above the table. That's the next light over. Okay, that's... Spin target lock, 2 hits. Looks like he got 2 evades. Chewbacca, range 1 on Enforcer number 2. Predator, 3 hits. 2 evades. 1 damage to Enforcer 2. Putting him at 3 hull. That Handsome Nick's first shot. Looks like it's going to be range... it looks like it's range 2 to me. They might decide it's not. Range 2 from Enforcer 3 to Chewbacca. Doing the smart thing, taking the longest range shots first. Enforcer 3. 1 hit. Roll, Chad. No evades. Shield off Chewbacca. Next attack. 1 more hit. And evaded. Oh no, not evaded. Shields are down on Chewbacca. No, they're not. Now shields are down on Chewbacca, and 1 card to hull. Yeah, Audio Weasel, like we have a bunch of tables and not a single one of them are matte finished. So that's probably going to be the next thing that we work on. Audio Weasel, that doesn't work. Like, and in fact, the table's physically against the wall right now. We could turn it around, but we can't pan the, you see at the top of the screen there? The table goes all the way to the edge of this table because it's designed to mate with another table and become an epic table. But if we turned it around, then it goes all the way to the wall and it doesn't really work. And I mean, we could pull it out some, but it's hard to fit the whole screen, the whole table on the screen if we do that. It's essentially like as close to the wall as it can be at the moment to get the whole table on the screen. That glare is driving me nuts. Like, it's not a... You don't notice how big a problem it is until there's a ship up there. Now it could easily be fixed if that light wasn't above it. Just crossed the 50-minute mark in this match. 10 minutes away from the first hour. the first hour. I hope this doesn't go for 2 hours. Mainly for you guys. I don't want to make you sit through that. It'd probably be very unexciting. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, like don't. I don't want to make you feel bad for giving me ideas. Like, thank you for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. I'm guessing another hard turn from Chewbacca, and then to his left, and then he will absolutely be able to boost away. Boba Fett's going to easily pursue with that engine upgrade. The Enforcers are just going to kind of do what they do. They're going to take one banks, I would guess. Then Jake needs to get back to fight, or Chewie's not going to last very long. One turn from Enforcer number 2, probably because the one bank would hit the Falcon. But I'm still calling one banks from the other two. And if I'm wrong, that's why I'm bad at this game, or why I don't win a lot, you know. Two bank from Enforcer number 1. That is not green on the Star Viper, so Enforcer 1 will retain 2 stress tokens. Let's learn how to English the right way. And a 3 bank from Enforcer 3 will bump. Should have done the other ship first. Because Enforcer 1 wasn't going to have an action anyway. So Enforcer 3 should have moved first. Yep, 1 turn from the Falcon to the left. Oh, 2 turn, wow. That boost is not looking good. He'd have to boost down the table. Yep, he's going to take an evade action. Play it safe. I would say Jake's going to want to zoom in and drop that proton rocket on Boba Fett, but he's going to be hard pressed to make it land on Boba. Boba could just drop a mine on him and then boost away. However, Enforcer 2 didn't leave Boba a lot of choices here. So he might run into his allies. Jake's going to take a boost to block Boba Fett. If that works, not necessarily a bad strategy, trying to keep some distance away from Chewbacca. Definitely not going to block him now after that jiggered around. It was a close call before. I don't think it's going to happen now. This is a game of millimeters, ladies and gentlemen. Right, now that we can, the top of the screen is clear. There's all our social media. Follow us on Twitch. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Boba Fett is going to pop inertial dampeners and roll an auto blaster attack for 2 uncancelable damage. 1 hit and 1 evade from Jake Farrell onto an Enforcer. Chewbacca will take a range 2 on Enforcer number 2. Predator reroll. 2 hits. And 2 evades. Enforcer 2 does not have arc on Jake Farrell. Enforcers 1 and 3 are now going to shoot Chewbacca at range 3. Actually, I think Chewbacca took a focus action. I said evade before. It looks like a focus token to me now. I shouldn't lean back in my chair. I should look close to the screen. One hit and 1 evade. Two shots from Enforcers evaded by Chewbacca at range 3. Bubba and Imperial Ace really got to get something off the table here. I'm guessing Boba popped that inertial dampener because he would have been right in front of that proton rocket. Now it's hard to say where Boba's going to go. The Enforcers are just going to stay on the Falcon. But it'd be really easy for Jake to avoid or to block Boba and then therefore avoid some fire. It'd be much harder to guarantee that Boba's in front of that proton rocket. .45 seconds away from the 1 hour mark in this match. Enforcer number 2, taking an S loop to the left. Deck Officer Armada is really popular at another store, not so much here. We're considering other games to bring to the show, and Armada is definitely in the consideration. The difficulty with Armada is we already have an issue fitting a 3x3 square field on the screen. If we were to fit it so it fits 3x6, then a lot of the Armada stuff would be very small. And I don't like to interfere with the game too much. And I don't know Armada. Like I'm an X-Wing guy primarily, and I play. I also play Imperial Assault, but it's also the main reason we haven't put up an epic X-Wing match. Like, I think some of the things in X-Wing are easier to see, but, like, again, I like to be able to see dice results on the screen, and it'd be really hard. So we'd have to arrange a second camera just for dice results, essentially. Imperial Assault, we'd have absolutely no problem getting the whole field on the screen. We could probably even zoom in a lot on it. And I appreciate you guys' suggestions. Please keep them coming. We're absolutely going to bring you more content. X-Wing will continue bi-weekly every other Wednesday, and we should stream every or almost every X-Wing tournament we have here at FCB. We will, but the plan is also either on other weeknights or maybe once a month. We're going to bring you some other games coming up here pretty soon. Maybe we'll play a different game on our off Wednesdays, like Armada or Imperial Assault. I've been thinking about a board game show that we could do once a month on maybe like a Sunday evening, just to get some more content for our YouTube viewers. Boba Fett takes 2 straight. Actually, well, Jake Farrell took 5 straight. Enforcer went straight ahead, still has stress. Boba auto blaster onto Jake. And Jake is toast. Never spent that proton. That's 2 missiles on the Rebel side that were never spent. So what happened there was, while I was talking about other things, Jake took a 5 straight, ran into a force of 3. Boba took a 2 straight, double focus with Recon Specialist. Chewbacca shot at Enforcer 2. Enforcer 2 got 3 evades and canceled everything. Enforcer 3. 3 hits after focus against Chewbacca. 1 evade, 2 hits to Chewbacca. Yeah, Deck Officer, I'm glad you saw that bonus match, because you saw me get nuked by a proton rocket. It was awesome. That was me playing. I was playing the Double Defenders. I'm Engine 25, and I jousted with proton rockets, and I you know, it wasn't a good time. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's why we do this. For fun, and for you guys, and so that I can embarrass myself on television. Not a lot of choices for Chewbacca right now, but just to run away. He's shot at Enforcer 2 repeatedly, and Enforcer 2 just smiles at him and keeps on coming. Yeah, but you should, you're talking about how I got procketed last week. You should look way back. I was in a featured match against that handsome Nick. I played Wedge and Kian. Look for that in the YouTube archives, and then let me know what you think of that game. I'm gonna admit I made one really embarrassing K turn that landed on a Z95, but other than that, it was pretty awesome. And Enforcer 1 will finally clear one of those 2 stress tokens. Enforcer 3 takes a 1 straight. And we'll target lock the Millennium Falcon. Enforcer 2 takes a 1 bank, clearing stress. He's going to block Chewbacca. Audio Weasel, we would love that. Come by on a Wednesday night, play some X-Wing with us. And then, yeah, that Enforcer takes a boost, trying to get out Chewbacca's way so he can clear between those 2 asteroids and pursue the Millennium Falcon. Or get out of Boba Fett's way, excuse me. And I'm seeing 3 bank for Boba Fett. Maybe a 2 bank and a boost. Chewie will attempt to boost around this asteroid. Two bank from Boba. Easily splits those 2 asteroids. Ooh, looks like a boost is going to put him on a rock. Yep, that's an illegal boost maneuver, or a boost action, excuse me. But he definitely still has arc on Chewbacca. It's just not as close as he would like. My employer. You know, that's what, like, mob guys say, right? They don't tell you what they do. They just say my employer. Watch the Daredevil series on Netflix, and you'll know what I mean. When he's talking about my employer, he's talking about the Kingpin. All right. Lambot just walked in the booth. We got, looks like, 2 hits and a crit from Boba Fett on Chewbacca after focus action. Oh yeah, Lambot. Audio Weasel Lambot says hi. He's talking about how you're mainly the one talking in the chat. What?
I see 2 people talking, and you are definitely one of
looks like 1 evade, and it's going to be 2 more cards on Chewbacca. That'll put him at 3 hull remaining. He just played a game with feedback arrays and did 8 damage total with feedback arrays. He won the game. 8 of the damage he dealt was with feedback. All right, we got Chewbacca returning fire on Boba Fett. 1 hit. And looks like an evade. Evaded. All up out the way. Well, I'm glad you watched all of Daredevil in one shot. But yeah, when you say my employer, it makes me think that you're up to doing dirty things. Lambot Audio Weasel says hi.
Good. So you have something clever to say, and I did. I'll let engine take a break. Of course, I have no idea what's going on other than
what's going on right now is Chewbacca is alone with 3 hull left, being pursued by Boba Fett, 3 Star Vipers.
Yeah. So what they said to me was they took the bait, went after the Z95 for some reason. Of course, I was also asking him why there's so many Star Vipers left.
I mean, I don't know how many times I've told that handsome Nick not to shoot the Z95, because I always fly it straight at him, so he shoots at it, and then he shoots at it instead of shooting what matters.
Yeah, well, it's probably only one of the Star Vipers is taking damage.
And Nick's a good player, by the way. I'm not trying to make a lot of fun of him. Yeah, that Star Viper that's taking damage, it's been like 1 damage at a time for like 7 turns in a row. Or 1 damage or less for a lot of turns. Terrible. All right. Enforcers banking in to pursue the Falcon.
So one thing I want to know is, I like standing. I want to know what you guys think of our 2v2 format. We did a tournament, so 2 Saturdays ago with this. We unfortunately couldn't stream it, mostly because of Magic, but the players seem to enjoy it. I want to know what you guys think too out in the internet.
All these players played, and they liked it enough to come back on the and replay the same format on the show. Which they're not all with the same partner, but I'm just hearing Nick and his partner got 2nd place. Did he play Star Vipers? He did not play Star Vipers. They played Rebels, but Nick got 2nd place in the tournament. And I think Bubba and Imperial Ace 93, they played together with using the same list they have right now. Same ships, different upgrades on Chewbacca and Jake.
I thought it was... Oh, yes, Chewbacca and Blount changed some. That's what they told me.
Chewbacca banks around and then boosts away, trying to keep some distance and avoid a lot of fire, because he's not going to last much longer. I'm seeing a hard turn and a boost from Boba Fett. Yep, there's a 3 hard. Boost in, auto blaster, or just focus up and shoot. Yep, boost in. Oh, losing dice. Does that count? No. All right. Yep, it is going to be an auto blaster. Boba Fett reroll. 2 hits. 2 uncancelable hits on Chewbacca. Well, I don't know why he's rolling evade dice. Maybe it wasn't auto blast. But he only rolled 3 dice. All right, Chewbacca takes damage and then returns fire. Puts him in 1 hole. He has, all right, 3 hits. No evades from Boba Fett after a reroll. I believe, however, that was the first damage against Boba. And dials are going down. We're just about to cross a tournament legal match. Then again, this is 150 points, not 100. 2v2. P. Diebendorfer, we actually considered running a tournament where you got a random partner. We considered both a random partner for the whole tournament as well as a random partner per round. And we just figured it's like... We didn't feel like it'd be a good idea because you'll get ruined by your partner more often than you'll get ruined by your opponent. Like, is this... I don't know. Or, I mean, and it obviously wouldn't happen to everybody, but they're just afraid that some players would be upset because they got matched against the partner who just happened to play a bad round or something. And then that other player who might have been doing really well. It's just, I don't know. Switching opponents might be problematic. Whoa, Chewbacca takes a 1 turn toward the edge. Okay. I mean, pretty sure if he took a 1 turn back the other way, he would clear. But Bubba's going to get all up in his way. Oh, no, never mind. Boba takes a 3-turn. And clears Chewbacca. All right, Chad, remember what happened with that decimator? Anyone who watches the show regularly will know that a while back, Chad flew a decimator off the table. All right, we got Chewbacca shooting at, or Boba Fett shooting at Chewbacca with 2 hits at range 1. That might be it. Game's over if my damage is right on the screen. Hold up. How many damage? You got one more? Holy crap, I was way wrong. All right. I thought you were dead. All right, now Chewbacca returns fire. And that is 4 hits on Chewbacca. I apologize for the confusion there. I had overguessed damage. So 2 damage go through on Boba Fett. I should be double checking damage status more often than I am. Okay. I absolutely think Chewbacca will stay on the table if he takes a 1-turn because the bases overlap when you take a 1-turn with a large base. So we'll see how it goes. And Enforcer 3 turns onto the asteroid. That's absolutely right, Audio Weasel. He has to turn into those Star Vipers. He might be able to boost away from some of them. But, it's hard to say. That handsome Nick is going to boost with Enforcer 1. Likely trying to block Chewbacca's ability to boost away from Boba Fett and Enforcer 2. And Enforcer 2 acquires a target lock on Chewbacca. Chewbacca's taking that 1-turn. And it looks like he's off. It looks like he's off. That's it. Well, that happened. All right, so I'm going to go out there and we're going to chat with the guys. All right, and I'm going to correct the camera. All right, Chad just changed his nickname today to something a little less embarrassing than Short Chad, but now we're just going to call him the guy who flies stuff off the table every week.
Seriously. That's his Indian name. Off table.
I don't know if that's racist, but I thought it was funny. All right, so yeah, we're just going to, because there's so many of us, we're just going to talk out here, but whenever you guys are ready, we'll step. All right, well, this is the Spammer. What are you doing there, Spammer?
What do you think I'm doing?
I don't know, you're probably looking at porn on your phone. You did. I thought you fit. All right, yeah, everybody come over here. Well, James is over doing something. So So what you guys play together at the tournament, right? Did you play the same list or did you change some stuff?
Changed it up. We changed it up a little bit, not a whole lot. Chad threw 3PO on Chewie, and I changed up. I don't even know what I changed. Tactician instead of intelligence agent on the B-wing.
Cool. Did you have any? Do you have a plan at the tournament or against this list? Who plays 3 Star Vipers? I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, what do you think when you see that on the other side?
So we didn't actually we didn't see that at all at the tournament.
Oh, you didn't see 3 Star Vipers? Big shocker there.
Well, it was actually shockingly a lot of rebels, right? And we're like, okay. And I mean, to be honest, our last game was a little bit lucky, and I think James will even testify to that. But I mean, that boba he's got is super nasty. Like,
Also super expensive. Well, you had a Z95. Did you go all 75 points? Yeah, but Boba Fett was 63 points. That's ridiculous.
you don't want to get behind him or in front of him. That's the problem.
Yeah, including 10 points of proton bombs that never happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come over here. Here. I can't hear you.
He had 10 points that he didn't use in the proton bombs. He had 10 points in the proton bombs he never used. We were talking earlier today and was like, do we go with the 3rd proton bomb or do we go auto blasters? And I was like, listen, 2 proton bombs, they're never going to be behind you. Make them fear the front. And it worked because Jake didn't do anything. He got out of the way. He absolutely failed out of the way until the very end, and he popped inertial dampeners. It was like, aha, I'm right in front of you.
General, would you have? I don't know if I said it on the show, but I was thinking like right at the end, and he was facing away, and you were pretty close. Like I was thinking you were going to drop a bomb on him then, in case he didn't move away. Like was that your thinking, or were you just I don't know? Right before he flew off the side.
Yeah, I mean, the whole plan there, I was actually advising Nick to fly up further with the Star Vipers to try to
block him?
To block the boost to try to keep him from getting away, because otherwise that bomb was dropping that turn. You know, there was no way other than boosting that he was getting away from that. Because his only option to stay on the table is the one hard, and that leaves him pretty well, right where I want him to be.
Okay, so if you got a large base, and then you got some rebel aces, and that automatic ion damage, which never happened. So if you I mean what do you feel like the difference is between the 150-point format or a similar list? Like if you saw a Falcon and an A-wing in 100 points, does it feel different, or did it adjust your strategy at all?
So, one thing I was really surprised at, both tonight, seeing what we were facing, as well as in the recent tournament, was that you didn't see a lot of swarms. You didn't see people bringing lots and lots, but you did see...
I would have played three Warthogs.
You did see one swarm at our tournament that ended up taking the day that brought nothing but A-wings and B-wings, and it was nasty. They were all over the place, flooding the field, and...
They had tactician on the 3B wings.
Oh, that sucks.
It was rough. It was super, super rough, yeah.
So that's what I was kind of expecting to see. I was expecting to see lots and lots of ships on the board, especially once I heard that there were rebels coming across at us. I was thinking, okay, lots of Z95s, lots of A-wings, maybe, 2 or 3 B-wings, not 1. So I was like, Boba's perfect. He'll get rerolls everywhere.
I mean, you had a 63-point Boba, and you still guys had like major numerical superiority. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens when you don't spend money on upgrades on 80% of your list.
3 Star Vipers. I know you like. Talk about your Star Vipers, Nick.
I told you months ago that I would figure out how to make Star Vipers good, and it's because I wasn't using the generic ones. Generic Star Vipers are leaps and bounds better than the name Star Vipers. Leaps and bounds better. I'm super confident. Auto thrusters, no auto thrusters. You just throw in some enforcers. Yeah, it's what everyone wants the X-Wing to be.
Freaking that one enforcer, you took a damage early on, but it was like I don't know how many times Chad attacked that enforcer and evaded everything.
The Black Sun Enforcer is absolutely what everyone wants the X-Wing rookie pilot to be. That's definitive. It's what everyone wants it. I'm telling you right now, this ship
You did a thread on the forums, just like you want the fix of the X-wing, it's the Star Viper, and everybody was like, "What are you talking about?"
The Star Viper is everything you want in the X-wing. It's also got 4 wings. It's like real close.
So am I mistaken? You had a notable losing streak on the show, right? Is this your first victory, or did I miss one?
This is my very first win on the stream. I think I've done 4 or 5, and this is my very first win on the stream. And largely only because there was a monster of a Boba Fett next to me on the table. I don't win the stream with 3 Star Vipers. Everybody else was dodging Boba. The Vipers got to do work because everyone was dodging Boba Fett.
So would it have been different if they came after the Star Viper? Like, do you think the game would have been different if you said, those Star Vipers got to go like in the first turn?
No, I think what we could have done differently is get as far away from the Star Vipers in our setup as possible and make them make a decision on what they were going to do with Boba, whether they were going to joust our whole list with Boba or not, and make the Star Vipers cross the entire mat to come get us. In the middle, and yeah.
Quick answer: no, wouldn't do it.
I mean, even with Boba's rerolls, like big ships don't like to joust. I mean, you like to be around swarms. You want to be to the side or behind a swarm, right?
Right. So the whole plan that we had here was make Boba so big of a threat that he can't be ignored, to let the Star Vipers do their thing. Don't make them run away. Don't make them spend their actions on defense. Let them just absolutely wail with lots and lots of dice. It works. The Z95 ended up being the sacrificial lamb that everything dumped on, but it all worked out. It was okay.
I mean, that's why we said, like, when you shot it, like that, it made the most sense at the time. Like, if you had 3 die ships with focus or a 2 die ship with nothing, like it's the easy target.
I mean, it was also the closest to Chewie at the time, so it was like range 2 to range 3 to a Star Viper. Range 3 to a Star Viper, I'm not getting anything. So, no point trying that.
Thanks for coming on the show, everybody. Any closing thoughts from anyone, General or Nick or Chad or anything, or Jim? Yeah, I don't want to just not say you after listing everybody.
Go home and play your Star Vipers.
Yeah, you didn't just buy it for auto thrusters. Even though you that's what you think you did, but Nick is trying to convince you otherwise. Yeah, good night, guys, and fly casual. What? Good night, y'all. Thanks for watching.